Amigos College in Buenos Aires, Argentina. It's a pleasure to be with you in this project. Let's make the difference together for a better world.
Hello, my name is Nathan from the Nazarbayev Intellectual School of October, and we are very excited to participate in this project. We know that it will broaden our students' horizons.
And I'm Laura. I'm also a teacher of GP and English, and our values are strictly connected to the 17th Sustainable Development Goals. We're very happy to take part in trying to do that.
And we know that together we will increase the idea of global citizenship among our students.
Thank you.
This is Sananda from Delhi Public School, Varanasi, India. Students and teachers are inspired to take actions. I am excited to be a part of this project, SDGs to Save the World. Dear team members, I would request all my educators, facilitators to check their team if everybody is here. Am I audible? Yes, you can show me a thumbs up. Thank you. So, hey, Rick is also there. You can see here. So, I just want every team member, even students can check their friends if everybody is here. Yes? I'm so happy I can see. Okay. I hope, Nikun, you're checking your friends. Soumya, you're checking your friends. Lakshmi, your team is here? Yes? Wow, good. So we'll just wait for 2 more minutes and then we're good to go. Still, I can see some of them from Milton's College. They're joining. So 1 more minute. It's 5:30. And we are going to start today's session. Just give me a few seconds. I request someone's microphone is on. If you could just mute. Namaste, hola, punazua. I'll just try a new word. It's kamutsa. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm so sorry. It's from Filipino, hi. I don't know. But I just Salam, a very good evening, good morning, and good afternoon to my team, SDGs to Save the World, Cohort 4. We don't have to engage in grand, heroic actions to participate in change. Small acts, when multiplied by millions of people, can transform the world. And we are here for that purpose. With this inspiring quote, I take this wonderful opportunity to welcome each and every Session 1, the launch session of SDGs to Save the World, Cohort 4. Thank you all for joining hands together to take action for this planet, for our planet Earth. British archaeologist and TV personality Phil Harding lays down a straightforward challenge to us all, the future. And the quality of that future is in our hands today. 21st century choice, look after our planet and it will look after us, or don't and face the consequences. What pleases me the most, that sustainable development is on almost everybody's agenda now. I also thank SDG2SAVETHEWORLD, who is our partner in spreading awareness about SDGs among our young stewards. The SDG2SAVETHEWORLD flagship initiative of Nashik Foundation is a collective community initiative launched on December 20, 2019 at the Niti Aayog, New Delhi. It is dedicated to support the national and state governments and institutions on advocacy and community engagement for SDG implementation in India. Dear all, sit comfortably, close your eyes, and focus your attention on the present moment. We are going to have mindfulness session before we start our today's launch session. You may rub your palms together. Put them on your eyes gently. And you may open your eyes. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Let's have a look at the participating schools. These are our participating schools. Team SDGs to Save the World, Cohort 4. Corona Secondary School, Latvara, Nigeria, DPS Lava, Nagpur, India, DPS Amayas, Qatar, DPS Nashik, India, DPS Varanasi, India, Glendale International School, Bangalore, India, Head Start, Pakistan, Imam Academy, Sri Lanka, Kamla Nehru Public School, Phagwara, India, Kanakia International School, Mumbai, India, Mata Jaswant Kaur Memorial School, Punjab, India, Millennia World School, Indonesia, Milton's College, Argentina, Nazarbayev Intellectual School, Kazakhstan, Pearls Garden High, Laos, Nigeria, Teske Batu Balai, Malaysia, the Central School, UAE, Unida Christian College, Philippines, and Future Primary School, South Sudan. I welcome all educators and my dear students to today's launch session. May I now invite Shanaz ma'am to continue, please.
Thank you, Sananda ma'am. We are very glad to welcome Mr. Jack Davis from the world's largest lesson. Jack is the senior manager for the world's largest lesson team, bringing the global goals to life in education globally. He is a passionate advocate for students' voice, agency, creativity, purpose, and participation. In 2021, he managed Generation Earthshot in partnership with the Earthshot Prize and the Royal Foundation, inviting students to innovate for our planet. Before joining Project Everyone, Jack spent 7 years working on education projects in the UK from national teachers training programs to coaching football to 3-year-olds. He is a Teach SDG ambassador, Unleash Innovative Labs talent, and a Unite 2030 youth delegate. He is working tirelessly to build an entire learning ecosystem with concepts like SDGs, climate education, global citizenship, socio-emotional learning, and future-ready skills. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invite and being a part of our Cohort 4. Your support and encouragement will inspire our participants to work towards an egalitarian society free of poverty, injustice, and conflicts. I request you to kindly enlighten our minds with your work and mission. May I now invite our esteemed director, Mr. Siddharth Rajgarhia, to formally launch the project SDGs to Save the World Cohort 4. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Shehnaz. I am glad and delighted to be a part of this session today. I think this is the 4th cohort that we are initiating. The first 3 have been, vastly successful, and the children have brought in some great work that they have done. So a big warm welcome to all the heads, educators, mentors of all the schools that was mentioned in the slide before. A big warm welcome to all the students who are a part of this cohort 4. It gives me immense pleasure to see students as ambassadors of change and the role that they play today in society. The greatest striving for somebody in education is to create an inclusive society that leaves no one behind. And this is also the motto of the Sustainable Development Goals. With globalization and economic progress, we must not forget that if we want to prosper, we must learn to preserve. SDG is the guiding principle for our work towards an inclusive society, a global comprehensive framework of action for development and against poverty, inequality, and climate change. And I'm really glad and thankful to the team, to all the schools that have been with us over the last 3 cohorts, to make this a forum which I totally believe can become a forum of advocacy in times to come. It can be the forum which actually brings about world peace and solves a lot of problems that exist in the world if we are able to persist with this idea of bringing students from across the world together and solving the problems that exist globally and acting locally. And on such a momentous occasion, I feel privileged and honored to welcome Mr. Jack Davis. And like, Shehnaz ma'am has read an extensive, resume for Mr. Jack Davis. And I'm really glad that he'll be speaking to you today, addressing you. And students, all of you, do not, this is a great platform, but while you're bringing change, do not forget to enjoy the next 6 months, next 4 to 5 months. It will be a great journey, and I'm sure you will treasure this for your entire life. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jack, for being there for the students, and I'm sure they will love interacting with you today.
Thank you so much.
Is it time
sir.
for me to take over?
Yes, please.
Yes, Jack.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for the warm welcome. It's amazing to speak to you guys. So I'm in London right now. So everyone's saying good evening, good evening. For me, it's only just become the afternoon. So it's midday for me. But it's brilliant to be here speaking to you all from so many different countries. I find it still amazing when I log onto my computer and I'm like, whoa, okay, here's some kids from Kazakhstan. Here's some guys from India. Suddenly I have friends in Malaysia, the Philippines, all places that I've never been able to travel in real life. One day, hopefully, fingers crossed. But it's amazing to be connected with you all. So, Ms. Sananda, I thought maybe you would play the mindfulness sound at the beginning. That was very nice, the sound of the gong to make us all relaxed. So I brought something else to start the next section. So I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. So, yay, wow, that's wonderful. But the sound, I think, it's not audible to me, Jack. I don't know, maybe. Is it for you, sir? I don't know.
Sananda, I missed that because I was playing my trumpet too loud. Say it one more time.
I think I couldn't, hear that. I don't know whether others were able to or not. I'm so sorry. Ms. Shanaz, was that audible?
We were not able to hear it.
But we could see that, but we couldn't. Yeah.
Can we have the trumpet again, Jack?
Yeah. Yes.
The trumpet again? Yeah.
Yes.
I always give the crowd what they want. Okay.
Yeah, because maybe because of the network, we are not able to.
Yeah.
We could.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Always happy to play it again and again. If you like, we just played the trumpet for.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
A formal, beautiful, wonderful launch. You're muted, sir. I think so. That's you're muted.
Well, thank you all. I just wanted to kick things off with some kind of a fanfare on the trumpet, because this is a big occasion to launch the next 4 months of your coming together for the SDGs. So I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to share a few pictures with you all now that will tell you a little bit about who I am and the work I do and how it connects to the work you guys are doing. And really the main intention is to tell you about what I think is the superpower that children and young people have to support the SDGs, something that young people have that adults don't have. So we'll come on to that very soon. So just to introduce myself, this is the organization that I work for, the world's largest lesson. And as you can see from my hoodie that I'm wearing and my background and the signs that these guys are holding up, everything we do at the world's largest lesson is all about the global goals, the SDGs in education. So that's why I'm here, because we're really passionate about the global goals and how everyone can play their part towards the global goals around the world. They're an amazing way of bringing people together, like they're doing today. So I have a question for all of the students on the call. And the question is, what percentage of 5-year-olds do you think are creative geniuses? I'm going to put it in the chat as well. So there was a study by NASA. NASA is the organization in America that makes rockets and sent the first astronauts to the moon. And they also do studies of other things. And they did a study of creativity. So I'd love to hear any suggestions. You can put them in the chat. What percentage of 5-year-olds are creative geniuses? We've had one guess, 78%, 59%. Oh, well, that's the closest. The closest is all 88%. Very good guesses and great to see so many answers. Thank you. So I'll tell you that according to NASA, the rocket scientists, 98% of 5-year-olds scored genius level on their creativity test. So that means 5-year-old children are amazing at thinking of doing things in ways that no one else has ever done them before. They're always learning, trying new things. They don't know the right way or the wrong way. So they just find their own way to do it. So what do you think? What do you think adults scored on the creativity test? What percentage of adults are creative geniuses, according to NASA? We've had 10, 72, 75, 2. Wow. I don't know how. Every time I ask this question, someone guesses it right. It really is 2%. So 2% of adults score genius level on the test. So I'm afraid that me, Miss Sananda, that's you as well. Chances are all the teachers on this call, we are not creative geniuses. Some of us might be, but probably not all of us. And the reason for that, NASA said, is that as we become older, we unlearn how to be creative. So we learn there is only one way to do things. We learn the correct answer and the incorrect answer. We learn what's the safe path, how to avoid risks. And sometimes those things are useful, but what it means is by the time we become adults, we all think about things in very similar ways. So this program that you're on, SDGs to Save the World, this is a chance to think outside the box, to use your creative skills, to not think like everyone else, and to use your creative superpowers, because you guys, if you keep practicing the creativity that you have, you'll be part of the 2% of adults that still knows how to think creatively as you get older. Creativity is a muscle. It's a superpower, but it's also a muscle. So you have to keep using it as you get older. And the great news is you can use your creativity to solve problems like the SDGs. So I'll give you some examples. So as was mentioned at the beginning by Ms. Shanaz, I 2 years ago worked on something called Generation Earthshot, and it was in partnership with the Earthshot Prize. So you might be able to see Prince William on the top right hand side there, from the Prince of where I'm from here in the UK. He launched a global prize for everyone, young people and adults, to come up with ideas and solutions to repair the planet. It was a very big initiative, happened all over the world with a very big awards show. And as part of that work, he wanted children and young people to get involved. So I was lucky enough to run an amazing workshop to come up with loads of ideas, to make models from junk and recycled bits of cardboard, to come up with lots of ideas, and for students to share their ideas with the world. So we had an amazing day coming up with different ideas to repair the planet. And that work continued around the world. So ever since, we've been inviting children and young people to share their ideas. How could we repair the planet? How can we revive our oceans? How can we protect and restore nature? How can we recycle? So some of the examples I'll give you here. On the top left, they're doing a nature survey. On the bottom, they're making their own wind farm from recycled materials. In the bottom there is a public toilet that's been made entirely out of recycled bottles. And on the top right, they are planting trees. On the top, that's a student in India who's invented a water capturing invention to capture rainwater and use it to water the garden. And on the bottom right, that's a student explaining her idea on Eco News for a giant whale that swims through the ocean. Instead of eating plankton, it eats all the plastic. So we've seen over and over again that children and young people can come up with really creative, interesting ideas to solve problems. And these were all problems about the planet. But on SDGs to Save the World, it's not just about the environmental goals. It's about all of the SDGs. So I'm sure you guys have seen these before. This was the side of the United Nations headquarters. And when the SDGs were signed in 2015, we projected the SDGs onto the side to show the world this is our to-do list for the planet. So what are these global goals, SDGs? Well, I'm sure all of you are interested in different goals on this list. I'd love you to put in the chat which of the goals are your favorite and why. Are you most interested in goal 1, zero poverty? Is it goal 17, partnerships for the goals? Which goals are you most interested in? Because passion is your second superpower. You have creativity, and if you link up your creativity with passion, that will drive you to keep coming up with new ideas, trying new things, and helping to solve problems. And this is the kind of work that I've been lucky enough to be involved in for a few years now. All over the world, there are children and young people who are finding solutions to the goals. They're telling their communities about the SDGs. They're having lots of fun. They're coming up with lots of creative ideas, and they're using their superpowers of creativity and passion to change the world. And I really loved what you said, Ms. Sananda, about many actions, when they're all added together, become impossible to ignore. So I'm going to finish there and just say thank you to all of you for listening, and thank you in advance for all the effort you're going to put into this program. It's going to be really enjoyable if you put your efforts in. It might be challenging. Sometimes you might have to dig deep. Sometimes these issues can be very complicated and confusing and emotional. So no one said it was going to be easy, guys, but it is going to be really, really fun. And make sure you enjoy the process, because that's the most important thing. So over to you guys. Just remember throughout this whole process, remember the rocket science. You have creative superpowers. So make sure you go and use them. And I'm going to be here on the call if we have any questions from anyone. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you, Jack. That was wonderful start for our students. And I would take one reflection. If anybody would like to share, my kids, anybody, they can share their learning. If they want to share something here, anyone, Aman, Soumya, Lifa, would you like to say something?
Shania?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like to share? Would you like to say something? What Jack said just
About
now?
the cohort actually, or about Mr. Jack's speech?
The message you got just now. You were listening to him. Yes.
Okay, so what my personal thinking is that age doesn't matter. I mean, no matter how young you are or how old you are, you can still chip in the process of saving what all is around you. And like, you can just start from your home, right? You just don't need to go to a long measure to start doing great things. Like if you want to work for a great cause, you just have to start with small steps. So that's how I think.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Steer. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Jack, they're going to choose one SDG today. You asked them that favorite one, no? So they're going to have a mentee, that's going to choose together, and we are going to choose that particular SDG to work upon for 4 months. So if you're there, you'll have that magical, they'll enjoy doing, and we'll see that magic. So I think over to you, Mr. Neela.
Thank you, Ms. Sunanda. That was a great start, I feel. Hello, everybody. It's time to interact and to know each other better. So before that, let's know some important things. Dear students, now I'll be sharing some guidelines for you to understand the pattern of work that you will be carrying out for the project. The first thing you need to know is you are a part of 2 groups which will remain permanent throughout these 4 months. The first one is your school group, where you will be working for the project. And the other one is the international group, where you will be interacting here in your international groups, which are already made. So now you will be interacting in your international teams today. You will be sent into the breakout rooms where you will meet your friends from different countries and interact with them. After today's session, you will be researching, investigating, and working in your school groups. This will be continued thereafter in every meeting where presentations will be done, discussions will take place within the international groups, and work on the project will be done in the school group. Now you will be moving into your breakout rooms for another 10 minutes. Before entering into the breakout rooms, let's watch this wonderful videos which will give you a better glimpse of the SDGs.
Did you know that the UN Sustainable Development Goals are a universal call to action that unites 193 countries around the world? If these global goals are fulfilled by 2030, life on Earth will be better for everyone. So, what are these goals? Eliminate poverty in all its forms. No hunger. Everyone should have safe, nutritious, and sufficient food. Everyone has equal access to healthcare, thus ensuring our well-being and a healthy life. Equal access to a quality education. Ensure gender equality where women and girls have the same opportunities as men and boys. By achieving these goals, each member of our society will be equal, safe, and happy. UN global goals also include access to safe drinking water and sanitation, access to clean energy that is safe for people and the environment, sustainable and stable economic growth. Everyone has a decent job, strong infrastructure, and the support of innovations, lower inequality within and among countries, cities and settlements be developed without damaging the environment and people. Achieving these goals will result in the well-being of people and our planet. We can further take care of our environment with the following goals: sustainable and safe production and consumption of products. Take urgent measures to reduce climate change and its impact. Ensure the sustainable use and protection of ocean and sea resources. Restore and protect Earth's ecosystems. By achieving these goals, we will form a society where strong institutions ensure peace and justice. It is important for everyone to be involved and to build partnerships for achieving sustainable development goals. You are part of this process. Demand the implementation of these goals. Take the lead and share information with your friends.
Thank you, Ms. Sunanda, for that wonderful video. So what are these Sustainable Development Goals? The Sustainable Development Goals, also known as the Global Goals, were adopted by the United Nations in 2015 as a universal call to action to end poverty, protect the planet, and ensure that by 2030, all people enjoy peace and prosperity. There are 17 goals, but this time, as we have begun with SDGs to Save the World, Cohort 4, we are not going to include 3 global goals, since we have already worked upon these goals in the earlier cohorts. And what are these goals? There are 3 goals which we will not be including this time. SDG number 3, that was good health and well-being. SDG number 4, quality education. And SDG number 15, that is life on land. What are we going to do now? So, my dear students, I'm really excited to tell you that you all are going to break for the breakout room session, and you all will be meeting your international friends. So the first thing that you'll be doing is you're going to meet and greet each other. You will talk about the most relevant SDG for your locality. Of course, excluding the 3 SDGs that I have just told you about. After this 10-minute session, when you come back to the main call, you will be given a Menti link to vote individually for the SDG you want to work upon for the next 4 months. So whichever SDG you feel you want to work upon, you will vote for that particular SDG. And after having received all the votes, we'll see and check which is the SDG that has been voted the maximum times. Okay. And that would be the SDG that we all are going to work upon for the next 4 months. Is there any student who has any kind of doubts? You may ask me.
I think breakout rooms are ready.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. You may raise your hand and can ask if you have any query. Students, even the educators, if you have any query, you may raise your hand and can ask. Okay.
No questions? Okay. So Kamlesh sir, if we can open the breakout rooms.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Shania. And 10 minutes only. So everybody, please try to switch your cameras on so that you can see your friends and can interact comfortably. You must be receiving breakout room, no pop-ups. Don't worry if you're not getting, we will help you. Okay, educators, you can check your team members, students, if they are unable to move to their breakout rooms. I can see here Falak, Daisy, Nishad, Imran, Zadivia. Then there are a few more. Sairam, okay, left. Sairam, are you able to? No, you did not get any pop-up? No. You can check your students. I request my educators team, you can check their be alert, you'll be receiving soon, quick.
Sunanda ma'am, good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Ma'am, I can see Yogi Raj from Glendale International School has not joined in the breakout.
Yeah, they're getting, ma'am. They're getting
in. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
So Yogi Raj is in breakout room number 11.
Thank you, Sanila ma'am.
Arlene Kaur, I think Akruti. There are 1, 2, 3 kids that yet not received, I think.
Yeah, Akruti has to go to breakout room 6.
Arlene, and this is Sabir Zahan and Francisco. These 3 students, Mr. Kamlesh, put them in the breakout rooms.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, Mr. Gillen. Yeah.
Can I move my student because 2 of them are in the same room right now? I think they should be different, right?
For today, that's okay. Fine.
It's
I
okay.
think Miss Sanila would check that, and she'll be arranging, because today they have to just discuss and interact. They're not going to work on the chosen SDG. So from the next session, session number 2, they'll be working and presenting. Today they don't have to present anything, so we'll just try to give them some time to interact.
Okay.
Okay, so don't worry about that. We'll be doing that. Arlene, I think she's still here with us. Arlene Kaur. She is still here. Arlene, would you please unmute? Are you there, or you're facing network issue? Arlene Kaur, would you please unmute, dear? Okay, Ms. Anila, I think all these educators, those who are present today, they all have filled in the details, or do we need to give any reminder to our team members?
Yeah, we need to give them reminders. So there are a few who have, maybe they have missed out filling in some details. I'll just put the link over there. Arlene has to go to group number 9, so if you can arrange for that.
Okay, ma'am.
I was just talking about the name list so that the breakout rooms could be prepared well. We did not receive, so please, you may even present the screen here so that they can get an idea, because it happens that we miss. There are many things we're doing together, so that this is very natural.
Hello, Samantha. I cannot see Malaika Imran in any room.
Okay, Malaika, is she there with us here in the main call?
Yes, she was here. Let me check again. I don't think so.
Yeah, I think right now she is not here.
Let me check.
Yeah, except Arlene, no student. I can't see any other student.
All right, let me check from my side.
So,
am I presenting my screen?
Yeah, you are presenting. Just scroll up, please. Yeah, I think this is Glendale one is already done. So Corona, Future Primary. There are only 2 left.
So if Corona Secondary Nigeria Akbara can fill in the details.
No,
South
I think
Sudan.
they are not here today. Yes.
Okay.
And
India
Kanaki
Kanakia International. Yeah.
These schools are not present today, so we need to send them messages.
Okay.
No issues.
Yeah.
And Miss, I think from Milton's College, they'll be completing this soon, as I've got this information from Miss Pratt.
Yes, ma'am.
And I got, I think, okay. So how much time is left for breakout rooms? Let's check.
Sunanda ma'am, just wanted to confirm, like we have to join in any of the breakout room?
Not today, but from,
today,
yeah,
right?
from the next, yeah.
Okay. So if we want to see our children performing or how the discussion is going on, is there any way?
It is, I think Mr. Kamlesh can give, but today I think
Yes,
how much
ma'am.
time
You
is
can join
left?
any group. You are a co-host.
Yeah, you are there. I think
Please
breakout rooms.
click on
Is
the
this
breakout
visible?
room.
I'm sorry?
Please
I
click
think
on.
today we must not join the breakout rooms.
Okay, ma'am. Sure.
I think let the children discuss on their own.
Okay.
That always be better.
Done. Sure, ma'am.
You can get their feedbacks today, in your
Yes.
WhatsApp group, and then do share with us as well in Cohort. Okay, we would love to. Yes, that the first interaction, they're excited, and what kind of interaction they had, what they liked. If something they want to share that is a concern, please, that is important for all of us to know.
Right, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
The purpose of these collaboration is to make them confident and make them, learn to respect various cultures. So we all need to keep on talking to them about these things. I think 2 minutes left.
The children are very enthusiastic about the SDGs to choose. And I can see that they're very happy also to be back in the cohort. It was very difficult for us to choose 5 children. And
very difficult.
Very difficult to choose only 5 children because there are so many children who want to repeat the cohort, but we always decide that we're going to give a chance to the new children. The best part they like is to present their work.
I hope the YouTube live link is shared to the support members.
Yes,
the educators, Mr. Gilan.
Yes, ma'am, we have shared it.
So that they can also watch what actually they're going to do. Because the poll that they're going to do, they should also watch that. Because they will also be a part, an integral part of this team.
I think Baljit Kaur is logging from 2 devices.
Yeah, she's an educator, sir, from Kamla Nehru.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Ms. Baljit, you can just mention educator there. It's over, they are returning. Time is up for the 10 minutes. We can close now, Mr. Kamlesh.
Yes, ma'am. Done.
They all look happy and excited.
Yes. So welcome back to the main call.
Welcome back, students. All of you, you all look so excited to share your, to vote for the SDG that you want to work on. I think almost everyone is here.
Okay.
So I request Sunanda ma'am, yeah, because all of us.
I request one reflection if anybody has. How was their interaction? Yeah, that is really important for us to know. Anyone, you could just unmute and speak. Soumya, would you like to speak? Soumya Bhaskara Reddy, would you like to share something? Anybody? Because these cameras are on, so Yashi looks excited. Yeah, Pushkar, Yogi, anybody. How was your experience?
Ma'am, hello, ma'am.
Yes, Yashi, you're audible. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. So for me, my experience to joining this breakout room 6 that I got, I thought it was good. I interacted with people from different countries. It was good knowing them, and we had similar choices, and I'm glad that we all will work together, and I'm also very excited.
Great. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. So now what are we going to do? We are going to choose. And how are we going to choose? We are going to choose using this Menti link. Okay? Okay, just give me a few seconds.
So you all will have to check your chat box for this, okay? Because we are all going to vote for the SDGs, right? I can see some students are, some students are still putting their reflections. You can do that by the time Ms. Sunanda is sharing the link with you.
Yeah, just give me a few seconds, dear all.
It was good, the voting time. Okay, great. You can put your reflections by then.
Yeah, use the chat box.
It was a great experience to interact with each other. Great. Choose wisely. Yeah, Ms. Shehnaz is telling you to choose wisely. Because you have to work on the same goal for the next 4 months. So you have to be wise in that. So excited to vote. Yes, Nisha, we know you all are very excited. Got companions. You have great companions all across the world. So make the best use of it. And I'm sure you're going to have wonderful time learning from each other. It was amazing. We talked and discussed a lot. Ma'am, will give our best. Yes. We are looking to see you giving your best. We are so excited. Even I feel the educators are as excited as you are. It was an awesome experience, and I realized that each locality has a different UN SDG that it is suitable to. Yeah. Ms. Sunanda, you are on
Now
mute.
you can see this link. And as Ms. Shehnaz reminded you all, use wisely. Think about your locality, the SDG you would like to work upon. Okay? It's not any project that you do, but a genuine real life project. Okay? Real world connect is there. So choose, don't get, influenced by your friends. Think about it twice, thrice, and then choose. Okay? Wow. I've started. My God, this is amazing. I can see people have started voting, but I would not be sharing my screen until and unless. And yes, you need to write it down in the chat box. Done. Voted, voted, voted. Should be flooded here. You all need to vote. Yes. Thank you, Vivan, Anand. Thank you, dear. Thank you, everybody. Vote. Yes, voted, voted. Yes. Oh, my. Okay, that's wonderful choice, I can see. And relevant choice, Shehnaz ma'am. These kids are amazing. They are creative. Yes, no doubt in it. As Jack reminded all of us. So they are choosing wisely. Yes. And I hope everybody, I can just see 46 votes till now. I would wait for 1 more minute, 60 seconds more. What do you think, educators, my team of educators, we should also vote? No? What do you think? It may affect, no? Maybe, yeah. So we should not, yes. Let them have their choice and their voice. Let's respect their choices and
After all, they have to work. And as Jack said, that we are losing out on creativity.
Yes, so we are there to we are there to assist them. So we'll
Absolutely.
yeah. Okay, so can't wait to see the answers. Only 60 seconds. No, now only 40 seconds, Nishan. 40 seconds only. Speed up. Akshaya, I hope you voted. Yes? Yay. Good.
Done.
Arnav. Done. Great. Great. Okay, should I share my screen? Should I share my screen? Are you ready? Yes?
Yes,
Anybody
ma'am.
was
Please
still
do, ma'am.
not? No. Someone
Yes,
said
yes.
no. Someone
Yes,
said
ma'am.
no. Someone said no. Why? You're still waiting. Okay, speed up, speed up, speed up. And I want to see thumbs up. You use these reactions here on the screen, right-hand corner. Some thumbs up. So, yes. Yes. Aman looks excited. Okay, someone else is there to support. Okay. Here I go. I'm going to present my screen and Any guesses? Any guesses? Your guesses in the chat box now. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. And the result is here. I'm going to present my screen. Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And here is what it is. What's that? Yes?
Can you all
Yes?
see?
SDG
So
13.
SDG 13 that you have chosen, the majority of students, they voted for 13, SDG 13, and what it is?
Yes,
Which
it is
goal is
climate
that?
action. Absolutely right. So it's so nice to see. It's a
Wonderful.
pleasure to know that most of the students have 18 students out of the entire number have chosen SDG 13, that is climate action, which is dedicated towards taking urgent action to combat climate change and its impact. Wonderful students. So what are we going to do? Henceforth, now for the next 4 months, we are going to work on SDG 13, that is climate action. My dear students, today I'll be forwarding you the world's largest lesson plan on the chat box, which I'll be shortly putting on the chat box. I'm sure that this lesson plan is going to open vistas of information for you on the SDGs. So it will help you know more and explore more on the SDGs. So here we go. Please look at your chat box, and I request you to save this link somewhere so that you can explore it later on. Over to you, Ms. Shahnaz.
Thank you. Can I have the rubric slide, ma'am? Thank you, Sunanda ma'am. Now, let me introduce the rubrics for the project. The first criteria is identify. You have to choose a problem as per its occurrence in your local community. And you have to then investigate its veracity. How intense is the problem? Does it affect your local community, say in the field of education, health? You will then ideate on the solutions to solve the problem. So first you need to identify and then investigate the problem, and then ideate on the solutions to solve the problem. Solutions may be many or just one or two. And then you implement the most workable solution and study its impact on your local community. In the culminating session, you inform the impact of the solutions and also the roadblocks you faced during the project process. Now let me tell you your assigned task for the next fortnight. Post this meeting, the students need to take up the problem associated with SDG 13, which exists on the ground. Verify the authenticity, the frequency of occurrence, and the veracity of the problem, and get evidences of the problem by way of images, data, statistical records, video or audio recordings from local administrations and citizens. In the next scheduled meeting on the 27th of February 2023, the students will again meet their international counterparts and define the problem associated with the SDGs. They will share their differences and similarities about the problem in their countries. I would like to repeat this point again. Post this meeting, the children will take up the problem associated with SDG 13, which exists on the ground, verify the authenticity, the frequency of occurrence and its veracity, and get evidences of the problem by way of images, data, statistical records, video or audio recordings from local administrations and citizens. In the next scheduled meeting on the 27th of February 2023, the students will once again meet their international counterparts and define the problem associated with SDG 13. They will then share the differences and similarities about the problem associated with SDG 13 in their countries. Over to you, Sarila ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Shahnaz. If any child has any confusion, any of the students can ask questions before we proceed further. Is there any student who has any confusion? Okay, that's great. Okay, now
Ms.
what?
Anita, I just wanted to share one thing. Dear students, you will be getting detailed guidelines to work. Just now I was sharing guidelines. The same will be mailed to you personally on your personal mail IDs. You will go through and you will work accordingly. Even we'll be sharing one product, one work done by schools, so that you get an idea what exactly you have to do and how you have to go about. Okay. Fine. Yes. Over to you, Ms. Anila.
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Sunanda. So what's next? I take this opportunity now to administer the pledge for the SDGs. Now, I want each one of you, all the students who are present here today, whichever way you can take this solemn law, please repeat after me. You can also unmute yourself. That would be great to hear from you. So let's start. I support and promote the principles of the SDGs. Can you repeat?
I support and promote the principles of SDGs.
And promote the principles of SDGs.
I will contribute to the achievement of the SDGs.
I'll contribute to the achievement of the SDGs by ensuring.
I'll contribute to the achievements of the SDGs.
So let's read it together, okay? By ensuring that all the activities I do are environmentally sustainable
and
socially inclusive.
Ensuring that all of
I will support
activities I do are environmentally sustainable and socially inclusive.
I will support and encourage
to promote the SDGs.
I promise
To make our
earth well-equipped
for our future
generations. I pledge to join the
global movement to achieve SDGs by 2030.
Thank you so much, students, for the pledge, and I hope that not only with these projects that you will work on the SDGs, but anywhere you go, you are going to always ensure that you do things which are environmentally sustainable. Over to you, Ms. Sunanda.
Thank you, Mr. Nila. Music is all around us, providing powerful stories, inspiration, and joy in its messages. As a universal language, music unites people across cultures and comforts people in times of need. Let's experience the same with our song. We have our own SDG song, and that is Together We Can Change the World. Okay, so you need to observe the song carefully first, as you'll be watching it for the first time, and follow the signature steps. And I want everybody to do that. Okay, this is our project. We'll have to enjoy. We need to have fun as well. The song will be shortly shared with the educators along with the guidelines of the next session so that students can learn the wonderful songs with the wonderful, message as well as the signature steps. So you all are supposed to learn it. So for the first time, I'll play the song, and the second time you all have to sing the song with the signature steps. Are we ready? Can I have a thumbs up? Yes. Okay. So here I go, and this is Together We Can Change the World. And first, you'll have to observe this very carefully, and the second time, you will unmute and you will sing along.
Change the world. Lay the puzzle pieces out, find out what it's all about. Together we can change the world. Can't do it by myself. Hold your hand. Together we can change the world. Down past where it's been trodden, throw your feet out and let's get started. Together we can change the world. Together we can change the world.
Okay, now together. 1, 2, 3, start.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's rock together.
Louder, louder.
Lay the puzzle pieces out. Find out what it's all about. Together we can change the world. Can't do it by myself. Together we can change the world. Let's just get started. Together we can change the world.
Thank you, everybody. That was wonderful. We appreciate your involvement and thank you for making this session fruitful one. May I request everyone, now I request everyone to switch their cameras on, and this is the timeline. You can click a screenshot so that you are aware of these dates. Okay. This was the first launch session. Second session is on 27th of February, 3rd, 13th March, 4th, 27th March, 5th is 17th April, and the last session, our culmination, will be held on 15th of May. So we are meeting on 27th of February, 2023, 5:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So I would request once again, everyone to switch their cameras on so that we can take a quick snapshot together. Thank you, everyone. See you all on 27th February for our next session, SDGs to Save the World, Cohort 4. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. Smile, everybody. Everyone together. Mishanaz and my other educator team members, please click images and share in the cohort group. We've got 4 sheets here, so please take. I appreciate your efforts, dear team members. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care. Bye. See you on 27th of February. Bye-bye.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, Pushkar. Thank you. We can do it. Together, we can change the world.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye, dear. Bye-bye.
Bye,
Thank you.
ma'am.
Thank
Bye,
you for
ma'am.
joining.
Bye,
Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, dear. Bye, bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank
Bye,
you.
dear.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank
Bye,
you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye, bye, bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye. Bye, Adam. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Alifa.